Hello. We've always had a theory in our household that if we make a few little adjustments, we can lessen on our own footprint. We've got a 4-year-old and one on the way, so naturally we want to foster that spirit in them. If we are to dive back into my brand training emotionally, I get a kick being responsible for the waste I create. Little things like composting our fruit and veg scraps, grain from home brewing, and that sort of thing. We also use that Kirby system to send off our soft plastics for recycling. But today's guest takes this to a whole new level. This is the Level Up Podcast. I'm your host, Martin Sully, a brand strategist, designer, and founder of Snapper Studio. And I'm on a mission to help you gain clarity and confidence in your brand. I'll arm you with bite-sized tips and introduce you to friends of the show who are taking their brand to the next level. So welcome to the podcast, Jess.
Oh, thank you so much, Martin, for having me.
That's all right. For those of you who don't know yet, can you just tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, sure. My name's Jess, and I convert waste plastic into a variety of products that can be used in your home or business.
Amazing. So, yeah, I've got a burning question. Where did this process start?
The process has been a long one in the running, I suppose. Initially, it was sparked when my husband and I went to Thailand on our honeymoon, and we went to the beach just a little bit too early, say 9 a.m, and it was full of skip bins, dozers, people just picking up so much rubbish. And as someone that is born and bred Newcastle and spent every school holidays going to Foster, the idea that our beaches could look like this just... Oh, my goodness. So that's where it started. And from then on, I was determined to do something to make the world a better place.
Yeah, fair enough. We all see those little clips and videos that the guy from Zero Co puts on cleaning up the rivers and places that I'm just mind blown by the amount of crap that's in the rivers.
So true. And that idea of, we'll just throw it away.
Yeah.
No, it just goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't just
it's not until it's really hitting your face do you go, wow, we have a major problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't just disappear, does it?
Which we'd like to think it would.
So that's kind of obviously been the driving force behind the business. What was the kind of the vision that brought everything to life? Was it to, what was the end vision, I
it was
guess?
actually personal in that we have a coffee table that is a laminate across the top, and it started peeling, I guess from overuse.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get something that was really sustainable. And when I went looking, I couldn't find actually one that was made from recycled plastic that was our waste that, could just be in our lounge room. So that's actually where it stemmed from, and now it's just grown and grown and grown from there.
So essentially you were just kind of solving your own problem.
Yes, just my own problem that has now become a much bigger problem.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure a lot of other people would dig that story and feel, would mutually, feel the same way. So obviously you're massively committed to making a big difference to people's lives. Have there been any challenges that have kind of cropped up?
I guess one of our biggest challenges was when we are manufacturing with the plastic, it can change bag from bag and colour to colour. If I'm going to get, really deep, I really love shampoo bottles.
Yeah, okay.
And wheelie bins, not so much. So I never thought I'd have preferences, but we find that, plastics that have been inside homes or businesses with not much sun or UV respond just how we would like them to, and how, Google says that they will respond. Yeah. However, if we have some outdoor plastic, well, we nicknamed it the Beast, so that gives you an idea of what it did.
Yeah, okay. Wow. Yeah. And don't worry about going deep. Yeah, I can imagine recycling a wheelie bin. Yeah, they're pretty brown and not brown, are they? They're green.
Yeah, the ones we got were from Victoria, and they were actually black and and they started to turn grey.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it's like when you look at the top of like a red car and it's gone that like pink color.
Yeah, yes, exactly that.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So that is a problem. What about supplies of things like metal, electricity? Like, have you been really kind of picky with people that you've kind of aligned with?
Yes. So any outside supplier of ours uses Australian-made or recycled materials.
Yeah.
And we initially did that because we did do a full plastic when we did launch.
Yeah.
There was quite a lot of pushback. And then interestingly, we changed the legs to metal and then people loved it. So don't worry, I'm going to come back with more plastic on plastic. But I think it's also, the education and getting people to realise that it's actually quite strong.
Yeah.
But we use it as, a fork or to hold milk. So we've been conditioned to think that it's really weak.
Yeah.
We put a sheet on recently and the plastic was so strong that it broke the side of our metal frame. So it's a very good material.
Wow. Huh. I wouldn't have thought that. That's, So do you find yourself, I'm going to go off piste here for the list of questions. Do you find yourself doing a lot of education for people?
Yes. That's probably one thing I should have taken into account much earlier in the business is the education behind we use plastic all the time.
Yeah.
Yet we don't really understand its materials. We get told a lot, just put it all in a pot, mix it up, because it sounds like I'm using a cauldron. But you can't actually do it like that. So educating people on how it's recycled, what types of plastics.
Yeah.
We do lots of factory tours so that people can see the machinery, what we're doing, and we're really adamant on being open and transparent that when we tell you it's a recycled table made of milk cartons, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. And so I'm just interested. I like to find out the sort of details. Do you guys break down, so do you, shred the plastic in-house, or does it get supplied?
Yeah, so it depends. At the moment, we're in talks for getting potentially a washing area. At the moment, we get it in, or if it's clean, so the hospital waste, we can shred on site.
Yeah.
So it more comes down to consumer waste in terms of, yogurt containers and milk.
Yeah.
Not always that clean.
Yeah, I can
and
imagine.
smelly after a while. So some of that does get pulled in. But we're trying really hard to get as much plastic locally that we can process ourselves at our factory.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. And we haven't talked about it yet, but you guys won an award the other night, and I was there to photograph it. And I just wanted to kind of dive back into that. Tell me a little bit. So with you were doing like a collaborative project with the New South Wales Health. Sort of. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how it all came about? Yeah,
sure. This has been, I think, my most favourite and most rewarding project that we've done. So it started very humbly where we had a market set up at Olive Tree Markets, and a gentleman walked past and said, I work for Hunter New England Health and I've got some really clean waste. And so it began from there. It moved quite fast. Sometimes you can think governments work slowly, but interestingly, this has just gone from strength to strength.
Yeah.
So they've been giving us needle caps and bottles and other stuff that I'm not great on because I have no medical background, but excellent colours, and that's what I care about. And so we've been able to then take that plastic, repurpose it into a a lot of different products. Predominantly our pot pants are actually made of the waste, and they've been a really top seller, which is amazing because it's made from waste that would have normally just been thrown straight out. And so it was so humbling to win it alongside Hunter New England Health with us both working towards, and they're such a big employer, they're a big contributor of waste, and to show that some of their waste can actually be repurposed, I think it just gives us all hope that it can be done.
Yeah,
and a small guy like
and then you can think of some of the potential collaborations off the back of that. I'm sure there's other things you've got your eye on of people you'd like to work with.
Yes.
You can either talk about that or just leave it to be.
Well, I actually just came from Kingsley Brook. Oh, my goodness. I am really hoping that some of our tables end up in there.
That would be good.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'll be a top marker in my book.
So I ask everyone this. Do you have a big goal you're driving towards over the next sort of 12, 24 months or so?
I guess my biggest, and I don't know, actually I haven't thought short term. My I guess longer term goal is that Resourceful Living would end up with a buyback scheme of all of our plastic products. So at the moment, if you purchase and you want to change the colour or you're finished with it, then we take it back. But at the moment it's based on a smile and donation version. Whereas I would love to be able to really incentivise the public to bring their products back, and also to share that businesses can take ownership of their products, and it's not always a consumer's problem of how to dispose of it.
Interesting. I think there's there's definitely scope there to be doing something. And would you, for instance, if a business came to you and said, "Oh, I've got all of these recycled material or material to be recycled, could you create me X with it?"
Yeah, that's definitely what we're looking and doing a lot of. Yeah. So
nice.
But I'll have to think on the 12 months. Ask me next year.
I was going to say 12 months goes really quickly, doesn't it?
I know. It does.
I'm like, maybe in 5 years. I'm like, yeah, maybe. What's one of your best-selling products?
It would definitely be the pot plant. Yeah,
nice. And you've got a range of colours, haven't you? So you can
range of colours, and we stuck with small, medium, large. Cool. Makes that easy.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's a product too that people can get behind, because you can put it anywhere. You can put some greenage in it, and it looks beautiful. And it's also the type of product that you can buy a couple of. Yeah. Unlike a dining table.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. And how much do they what's the range of pricing for those?
So they are from about $50 right through to just over $100. Yeah, okay. Depending on you.
And you'd probably spend that on a clay or a terracotta, something or other, some of those bigger ones that they are that expensive. Did you expect that to be the best seller, or is it? But that was just kind of an afterthought, or
I loved it when I saw it, but I haven't really been able to pick the best sellers. Yeah. So I love a lot of colour. Yeah. And our best sellers before the pots were black and white serving pots, whereas I love the blue ones. The blue ones are just stunning. But, it just goes to show, people love the nice neutral black and white or pastel-y sort of colours. Yeah. So,
you can see those real, we've got a shed that's like that kind of eucalyptus colour.
Yes.
Like those really soft I call them like almost like Australian colours. Like people like really like the things that blend in.
Yes.
To the surroundings. So yeah, I get that. Like in a really short time, a couple of years, you've created a brand that has won awards and been a finalist in others. What would you say was the biggest factor in helping you achieve that?
I think drive and passion. Like, I love what I do, and I wake up every morning just like ready to go. And I think that has been a really big, when I was working for someone before, and I don't know, my mindset's completely changed. I went to work, I got paid, that was great. Whereas now I just want to spread the word on how easy it is to, recycle, manufacture it into new products and keep that circular economy going. So that's probably why it's gone from strength to strength. Also, I don't take no as an answer, so that's probably another reason. My husband's probably very exhausted.
No, I think you need that passion and driving force to really kind of bring things to the front and to make other people kind of buy into it as well and get excited about it and the possibilities, and that probably in itself probably helped get the the Hunter New England Health.
Yes,
that's part of that they saw your drive to do something a little bit better and make a difference. That's awesome. What's one tip you want to leave people with, if they could, from this point?
Oh, that's a good one. My one tip, and it's got to do with reducing, is if you can actually, so if you've got a product that is multiple materials versus a product that is just straight plastic, and I'm talking about, food packaging.
Yep.
Go for the product that is straight plastic.
Yeah.
Because recycling is still a very manual process to a point. And if it is, I'll use the milk cartons for example.
Yeah.
Those ones that are all number 2, as soon as they're washed, they're straight in and can be manufactured. Whereas when you've got other ones that have maybe paper or aluminium, it actually then comes down to someone pulling it all apart, sorting it all out. So, trying to think of sometimes the lesser of two evils is probably what and then don't buy the cucumber that is only one that is wrapped in plastic. That's my other gripe at the supermarkets.
Yeah, I think that's most people's gripes at supermarkets. Why is everything wrapped?
It has a skin for a reason.
Yeah. Do you know what? I thought your answer to the last one would be to wash your milk cartons and your yogurt pots out.
Oh, yeah, true. I guess because we can do that. I don't, and I don't want to add more things for people to do.
No, don't make it too much more
we're
complicated.
busy enough. Like, I just need you to sort it, and then just remind that maybe in 20, 30 years, some robots will be able to manually do it. But just trying to point out that if you have to get something that is, if cardboard's not an option, try for your straight material.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. I've recently seen they've started doing kiwi fruit, of all things. Like kiwi fruit are now coming in just cardboard. Yeah. And I thought, that's a big improvement. I'm sure there'll be more things like that happen. But
it's so good to see that those little changes, nationally or even just locally can make massive change too.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, actually, just at the beginning of this, in October, we celebrated 20 tonnes worth of recycled. So if you think about that, we actually saved enough energy to power 54 homes for a year.
Whoa.
So
that's awesome.
A little change actually can make a big impact, or at least that's what I tell myself regularly.
But 20 tonnes. If you that's 54 houses, that might be a street of houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
save
amazing.
from getting new plastic out of the ground and
Yeah.
the process that it goes with. So
Yeah, because that's often the thing we don't think about as well, is the process before that, before
Yes.
it became plastic, and then, yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, I just want to wrap it up here and say thank you so much for coming in into the studio. It's been great to have somebody share their story and with all the insights and the passion that you got for it. Before you go, is there a product area that you're kind of looking to create, or you dream about creating in the future, or are the things secrets that you're working on?
sorry. What we're looking at the moment is actually outdoor furniture.
Yeah.
Similar to the wicker and that. So that would also, that's one of my dreams that I want to get off.
I can see that would be
get to market next year.
Yeah.
So,
That's
imagine having the option of, you'll always have steel, but,
yeah.
then you could have a recycled plastic option. And then when you're done, I'll take it back. See,
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, on that, my brother-in-law bought some outdoor furniture that was made of tyres.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I don't remember whether he kept it. He had it for a long time, but I don't know what happened to it after that.
That's brilliant. I'm going to have to look that up now.
I'm sure they were made of recycled tyres. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
We will Google. That sounds
they
amazing.
Were semi-comfortable as well to sit in. So,
Brilliant.
Yeah. Anyway, tell us where we can connect with you and
so you can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn at Resourceful Living, the same as our website, or catch me on LinkedIn as Jess Hodge.
Yeah, amazing.
Connect.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.